Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Women on Boards Network induction and orientation session for our new members. My name is Nasirian Kantai. I work with the Women on Boards as part of the Secretariat in charge of the internal programs and the junior membership program. As we proceed to start this session, we'd not like to take much of your evening time. If you have any questions as we go along the orientation, please, you can text it in the chat box, and my colleague Sheila and our CEO, Mrs. Wanga, is on call, so they'll be able to help answer any questions that you may have as we go through the inductions. So feel very much welcome, and we start. Our chair, Miss Catherine, is not yet on call, but I should let you know once she checks in so that she can perhaps say hello to everyone and give you guys an introduction perhaps to the network etc. But in the meantime, I can take you through the networks and the activities that we have under Women on Boards Network. The Women on Boards Network is an initiative that trains on board matters. We encourage women into board leadership. By that, we were founded and registered as a nonprofit entity in Kenya in 2014. We provide a platform that brings together women from diverse fields and ranks, and we are committed to ensuring the next generation of board members is more diverse and better balanced. We do so by creating a pipeline of board-ready women and facilitate those ready serving on boards to effectively carry out their roles and responsibilities on boards. Our mission is to encourage and accelerate diversity on boards by ensuring that there is a board ready of women, and to provide a networking platform for sharing experiences, mentoring, coaching, and training. And as highlighted on the vision, the mission is to provide a gender balanced board by nurturing and inspiring developing women leaders. For those who are joining us, welcome to the Women on Boards orientation session this evening. We are going through the brief about Women on Boards and what we do and what we are about the trainings, programs, and engagement we have under Women on Boards. The training offered under Women on Boards are a variety, and they cover diverse topics related to board leadership, with the goal of ensuring that participants understand dynamics that affect organizations and their impact on society. So far, we have trained over 700 women on our platforms. So that is the trainings that include board, corporate governance and board profiling and leadership. Under board admission, we have so far placed over 170 women onto boards. This is since inception. Mentorship under Women on Boards are offered in different categories, which I'm going to highlight as we go along the orientation. We have both exclusive mentorship for the registered Women on Boards members, and then there's mentorship that is open for both members and non-members. Since inception, we've had several mentorship programs, which I'm going to highlight as we go along through the program. And we have received a growth of 300% of our membership through these mentorship sessions. And most of the participants going through these programs have been able to join boards, boost their career, and kind of get their goals fulfilled through this mentorship programs that we have. We are currently over 650 registered members with over 1,700 participation on our programs, and over 25,000 impressions and participation from our online platforms. And the achievement we have so far, we have, as I've mentioned, we have placed over 170 women onto boards, and we have trained over 700 women on programs that are related to boards and leadership. We have over 350 mentors under the Women on Boards umbrella, and we have placed over 350 women onto senior leadership management positions. About the programs that we have the annual conference, which is usually among our major programs during the year. The annual conference is usually an annual basis event, and the objective of our conferences is to bring together key players from different sectors to discuss main trends in corporate governance and proactively brainstorm on Kenya's future in terms of corporate governance. Most of our conferences provide our members with opportunity to network, exchange ideas, and brainstorm around issues that are surrounding the country's development. And we host about 100 delegates from different regions and industries in our conferences. I'm going to talk more about the conferences as we go down the presentation. About our breakfast and roundtables, if you're seeing from our communication on the different platforms that we share details about the various engagement under Women on Board, the breakfast and the roundtable, we host around 150 women about twice each quarter. And we bring seasoned facilitators to speak on relevant topics regarding referring to board matters and leadership. And the breakfast and roundtables are held every 3 months. I've said like twice in each quarter. And the objective of this roundtables discussion is to discuss recent trends in corporate governance world, and to also provide a platform for our membership to network. The Board Talks series, since inception, we've had over 39 monthly Board Talk series. We've had an average of 100% participation in each Board Talk, and the Board Talk series are usually both virtual and physical for our membership, and also open to non-members. And leaders from different industries such as manufacturing, financial institutions, aviation, media, insurance company, ETCs, they usually come to share their ideas and thoughts and have a discussion with our membership. Under the Women on Board, we have the junior membership program. And the junior membership program under the Women on Board is a young adult program constituting of youth between the ages of 11 all the way to 24. Our junior membership was built on the idea of infusing age diversity on boards, on the boardroom, training and inspiring future board leaders, and advising the boards on social change and trends. Our junior membership as of now constitutes of members of ages 11 to 24, and the total number is around 42 as we speak. And our junior members are brought on board to get ideas about corporate governance and how to effectively be on a board. We are trying to introduce the idea of board at a young age, so that when they become of seasoned, they are not estranged to the ideas of leadership and how to effectively participate on board, etc. And under the junior membership, we not only train them on board matters, but also give them a platform to exchange, to give out their thoughts, exchange ideas, and also learn on how to take leadership in small spaces wherever they are. And also we give them a space where they can learn more about the career path they can take, places and spaces they can take up for internship, and how to carry themselves in these spaces in order to be effective people. We also train them on how to build their own profiles as juniors, and how to position themselves within their workspaces and internship spaces once they get into those ages. Why diversity and inclusion matters. Studies all over the world have reached the conclusion that diversity and inclusion on boards outperform their peers which are not diverse. In our context, the Kenya Institute of Management has been carrying out research to track board diversity and inclusion that are recorded significantly, that have recorded significant progress over the last 9 years. In 2012, the gender representation in publicly listed companies was 12-18 in 2015 and 21% in 2017. In 2019, gender representation was 23%, according to a report done by Equally. In 2021, Kenya was recorded at 36% score in the board diversity and inclusion. This study included 52 publicly listed companies at the NSE, 196 private companies registered under KEPSA, and 97 members of the State Corporation Advisory Committee. In recognition of the importance of diversity and inclusion on boards, an achievement made so far, the Women on Board has launched this award, our award, the WOBN Awards, with the objective of celebrating and awarding individuals and organizations who have been impacting in the championing of gender diversity. So the WOBN Award was launched in 2021, and so far we have successfully carried on 2 editions of the award. We've been able to recognize and celebrate diverse categories of women and men who have been championing gender diversity, not only on boards, but also on the representation of women and development of women across boards. The Women on Boards also constitutes our a set of brand ambassador. They include Rita Kavashe, who's the Managing Director, Isuzu East Africa, and then Flora Mutahi, founder and CEO of MASH International, and then Dr. Julius Kipngetich, who's the Regional Director, Jubilee Insurance, and John Gomi, who's the former Director and Chairman at Safaricom. We also have Patricia Itau as our brand ambassador, and she's the Chief Executive Officer at the WPP Scan Group. Dear members, please meet our board. And our board is led by our chair, FCS Catherine Musakali. It also constitutes CS Calvin Nyachoti, who's also the director and also co-founder of the Women on Board Network. We also have FCS Kirote Moria, who's also the director and also co-founder of Women on Boards Network. We also have CS Rose Lumumba as part of the board. She's also director and also the co-founder of Women on Boards Network. Part of the board is also Faith Nkatha Gitonga, who chairs Finance Partnership and Administration Committee. And then Judith Stidi, she chairs Membership and Programs Committee. Reverend Geoffrey Njenga, he chairs Policy and Advocacy Committee. The board members were not able to join us today, but they send their regards and they wish you all the best as you embark on the journey for your board leadership. The Secretariat, these are the members of the Secretariat team, and I'm sure you have been able to interact with either of us on the list. I would like to call upon Mrs. Wanga, who's the CEO, if she's on call, perhaps share some few remarks. Mrs. Wanga.
Good evening, members, and welcome to this session of induction. Thank you, Naserian, for taking us through. As you've been told by Naserian, we mentor even the young ones to take us through the things that we do. And therefore today, it was on her head. That's why she's taking us through. We are about to hand over So that is part of what we do in mentoring at Women on Boards. And Nasarian, thank you. You are doing well. Members, this is an exciting network. Once you join, you don't want to leave because there are so many things that go on, so many interactions with the other members. That's why it's called a network. And you get to meet people that you have been desiring to meet in many years, and you interact at the same level. Therefore, welcome as we embark on this journey together. It's not just about boards, board positions. It's about so many things. As we shall go on, you will learn about them. Thank you, can't I? Go on, we are still here.
Thank you. Hannah? Hannah, are you on call? Okay. Perhaps Sheila? Sheila Kirui, are you on call? Okay, so these are the members of the Secretariat. Myself on the call, I'm Nasirian Kantai, as I've introduced myself. I'm in charge of the internal programs and also the junior membership program. For any inquiry or any questions, these are the secretariat that will help you guide and also guide you throughout your engagement with the network. Hannah Mwangi is our company secretary, and she's in charge of the trainings and external programs such as the corporate governance, the board profiling, and the Global Women on Boards program and partnership programs also. So if you have any concern or any inquiry regarding your trainings, Hannah should be the person to help you the most. And then Sheila is in charge of communication and also membership. She should be, as you've joined, perhaps you've interacted with her. She's the first onboarder. She gives the first insight about the network and its engagement. On to the next, let me take you through our programs. We have the Global Women on Board program, which is a program that provides our participants with the opportunity to appreciate the differences in overall board governance, leadership, and dynamic spanning across the board. The program is designed to help women understand the skills required of board director, gain insights needed effectively to participate on progressive boards, and support their search for a seat on boards. This is an eight months program and is a modular journey taking participants through essential global boardroom trends, corporate governance, risk and finance, board dynamics, board leadership, presence, and board profiling. So as of now, we've been able to run this program each year. And last year, we ran it for 8 months as stipulated on the description. And graduation being in Paris last year, and as this year is going to be in the same place in Paris. Throughout the program, the participants will be guided and supported by international mentors with boardroom experience. The Global Women on Boards program is in partnership with Lead Women Malaysia and also the Columbia Global Center. Those are our partners helping us run this program. Another program that we have under the Women on Boards network is the Corporate Governance Training Crash Program. This program is scheduled each quarter so that it does not matter which time of the year you join the network, you get to have you get to be trained on this course. The corporate governance training, it covers diverse topics related to board leadership with an ultimate goal of ensuring that our members and participants are well prepared to join the board leadership. The training also helps the participants understand boardroom dynamics and have a positive impact on the boards they get to serve on both at national and global level. The training provides a board simulation session for members that also allows them to experience a real boardroom scenario. For most of our members who come in and they have never served on board and they're interested to know what happens on a board, this is the course that we would recommend you to take up, so that you can have the first insight on how to participate on a board and how an actual boardroom scenario is. Our third program run under the Women on Boards Network is the Board Profiling and Personal Positioning Workshop. This program is for members who are seeking to have a profile that would place them effectively to boards that they want to be placed on. The Women on Boards has this exclusive board profiling and personal positioning workshop facilitated by TP. His name is Tian Pao Pun from Malaysia, who has worked with us for the past 3 years on this program to help our members prepare themselves for a board by guiding them to have an effective board profile. As you've seen from our engagements on the WhatsApp platform and the other communication platforms, when the request for participating on an organization as a board member, when the request comes for you to sign up as a board member so that you can be appointed onto these boards that we advertise on our platforms, you are required to have a board profile, which is different from your regular CV. So TP takes you through the processes of getting a proper board profile. And this workshop is usually scheduled each quarter, so that depending on the time of year you join the network, you get to have a chance to have a virtual sit down with him. He goes through your profile, both of you consolidate your ideas on how to come up with a proper board profile that suits your image. Other programs that we have under the Women on Boards Network is the mentorship program, and one of them is the group board mentoring program that is also facilitated by Dr. Marcella Lucas, who has been a director and also a great mentor to the network in the past years. Marcella helps helps facilitate this program by guiding members who sign up to it to be attached to specific mentors that address their needs during that they submit during their signage, and these needs are going to be addressed by the specific mentors that are assigned to them in a period of 6 months. So the group board mentorship program essentially runs for 6 months. I'm going to share the details to this program because the registration are ongoing in the next coming slides. And it helps aspiring and new lady directors understand what it takes to get a board seat. Participants will be guided and supported by experienced board directors under Marcella's guidance, of course, as well as their peers who are within the group mentorship, who will be actively helping them pursue board opportunities. We're glad to announce that this group board mentorship was launched in 2021, and we have successfully placed a significant number of women under this program onto boards, and most of them have met their needs. For example, if it's a coach, someone to guide them through career, etc., they have met their needs within this program from the excellent seasoned board directors and also mentors from this program. The other program that we have under the Women on Boards Network is the WOBN Ambassadors Board Mentorship Program. So this is a 6-month program, which is free and exclusive for the fully paid up WOBN members. And it is designed to tap into the existing knowledge and skills of our high-performing brand ambassadors. The brand ambassadors that I've just mentioned before have run this program in 2022 successfully for 6 months. Each ambassador got to cover a month with the exclusive membership, guiding them and answering their questions and concerns about board careers, etc. And members really enjoyed having this program last year. We are looking into kicking it off this second quarter, end of the second quarter. Details on this kickoff should be shared on the various communication platforms. The other program we have under the Women on Boards Network is the public sector mentorship program. It is a 6 months, similar to the rest of the mentorship program. It's a 6 months program designed to tap into existing knowledge of our high performing board experts in the public sector. So this program is currently ongoing. We just closed in on the 5th program with Mr. John Ngumi, who spoke on leading with emotional intelligence on public boards. The program has been successful, and most of our members who are interested in participating on public boards have been able to get insights and so much knowledge on how to effectively serve on a public sector board. The other major program we have under Women on Boards Network is the Coterie program. Just a brief overview of what coteries are. 6 years ago, the Coterie program was rolled out to enhance peer accountability as members prepare for board appointments. In the first year, there was reported collaborations and peer growth. However, we noted that the program's progress continually reduced over the years, which left us with the question of how we can build a regular engagement within the membership based on their common interests. So this led to formulation of a new 6 months Coterie pilot program for both juniors and the senior membership. For us to achieve the network's goal, which is to establish board appointments and also build our members' capacity to serve on boards, we believe we need to acknowledge and exploit the diversity of our members by paying closer attention to social activities, such as book clubs, hikes that drive a sense of belonging and collaborations among the women. The objective of the program is not just to accomplish a set of goals, but to bring members closer to encourage conversations that share, inform, and advise as they build each other's potential. So this will has resultantly increased skills and build personal brands. It has created partnership and increased mentors for our young junior members. Our pilot program kicked off last year in July, and it's going to end in this month, the month of March. And the following are the Coterie clubs that we have, from the most to the least active. Health and fitness club, book club, volunteering and mentoring club, golf club, interior design, wine tasting, public speaking, hiking, among many. I'd like to say that this pilot program is going to close in March, but will kick off with the next program in April. The coteries were on, of course, this was a pilot program. Therefore, in the next cohort, we are going to revise the coterie based on report that has been submitted to the committee that reviews the coteries, and we should be able to share details on how you can register on this coterie program by end of this month. The other major program we have under the Women on Boards Network is the WOBN Awards. If you have checked our online our socials and on various online platforms, you have perhaps seen videos and pictures and evidence of this award in recognition of the importance of diversity and inclusion on boards. An achievement made so far. The Women on Boards launched the Women on Boards Awards in 2021 with the objective of celebrating and awarding individuals and organizations who have been impactful on championing gender diversity and inclusion. This award celebrates gender parity, recognizes excellence in board service, and in the development of women's potential at all levels. These are the various categories we have under Women on Boards awards. There are 10, and I'd like to inform you that we are also in partnership with CAPSA on the category Gender Mainstreaming, CAPSA Gender Mainstreaming Award. Last year we had successful running of this award. We had over 150 entries, and we were able to award close to 30 women and a category for men, 3 men, on their achievements and their contributions towards gender diversity and inclusion. And also to mention that the call for nominations for these awards, 2023 awards, are out. You can check out on our various platforms and also our website, www.awards.womenonboardskenya.co.ke, and nominate someone or yourselves who fit on either of the listed categories. On the next category segment, I would like to call upon our members Shamim Chanzu and Elsie Oyo. They have been amazing members of the Women on Boards, and I would like them to share their experience as members of the Women on Boards, and also the experience having undergone the various trainings and also engagements within the membership. Perhaps I can start with Shamim. Shamim, are you on call? As we wait for Shamim, Elsie Oyo, are you on call? Okay. Perhaps we'll get back to them once they join us on call. A quick update on our upcoming events and programs. Our recent and most upcoming program is a board profiling and personal positioning workshop. So we have scheduled 3 cohorts across the calendar, and the one that is recently approaching is the 30th and 4th April cohort. Please sign up for this program. We have shared the link to register for this program on our WhatsApp platform, and we should be sharing it also here in the chat box so that you can register for those who are interested in building their profiles for boards. This is a 2-day workshop. You'll have a sit down with TP and also formulate your CVs into board profiles within those 2 days. The next one is the group board mentoring program for aspiring directors. The registrations are also ongoing. This program will kick off in May, 25th May, and should close in November. The close and reflection session and also the graduation will be physical here in Nairobi. Details of this program can be found on our website, our social media platforms, and also we've been sharing them on our WhatsApp platform. We'll also be sharing them in the chat box just in case you need to register now. The rest of the program scheduled for this coming quarter is a public sector board mentoring and mentoring program. This is, as I've mentioned before, is an exclusive paid up mentorship program for ladies interested in the public sector. So we have successfully ran 5 sessions of this program. We should be closing in April 13. Details of this will be shared on the WhatsApp program exclusive for the public sector board mentorship program. The next upcoming program is the 9th anniversary breakfast and roundtable. This is our 9th anniversary, so we will be celebrating 9 years of championing gender diversity and inclusion. The anniversary is scheduled on 15th April, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That will be on a Saturday. The venue will be communicated on the various platforms within in due course. The next program we have is the Board Talk series. We've been having this series twice every quarter. We recently had the Board Talk series with Juliana at Fairview Hotel. For those who had attended. The next one will be in 11th May at Sarova Panafric. Details of this program will also be shared on the various communication platforms. We also have the corporate governance training that is coming on 6th to 10th February. On 8th to 12th May. We already done with the quarter one cohort. Now we're in the second quarter. For those who are interested in getting insights on board matters, kindly register for this program, and the details to sign up for this program will be shared on the various communication platforms. As I mentioned, we have the Global Women on Boards program, which is in partnership with Lead Women Malaysia and the Columbia Global Center. Details of this program will also be on our various communication platforms, so be on the lookout for them. We also have the Global Executive Coaching Diploma Program in partnership with the CDI Africa. We've also been sharing communication and details on how to sign up for this program. It's exclusive for our membership, and the rates have been discounted exclusively for our membership. So the rate has been, as I've mentioned, they have been discounted, meaning if you had to go through this training outside the network, it would be of a different and perhaps a very high rate. So we'd urge our membership to sign up for this program. Details will also be shared on the chat box. We've also shared the details on the opening session that is happening tomorrow at 6:30. Those who are interested or even a little bit curious about this program, kindly sign up and have, and tomorrow 6:30 you'll be given an insight on what the program is about and how to effectively get as much as you can from this program. So kindly go to our WhatsApp platforms. We have shared the details on this program. Kindly sign up and join us tomorrow at 6:30 to have an insight about this program. And then the next major event we have during the year, of course, is the 10th annual conference. We have successfully been running our annual conferences annually. And last year we had our 9th annual conference at Mombasa. This year we'll have it at the same venue on 27th, 28th, and 29th September at Sarova White Sands Beach and Resort. We have been sharing these details on how you can book your slot as early as possible. We have various categories of booking. You can book a corporate table and also buy an expo table if you have business or product you'd like to showcase within the membership. You can book with us for these 3 days at Mombasa. That's all we have for the orientation. We'd like to take the questions if there are any.
Santai, allow me, members, to welcome you on behalf of the board. Apologies, I'm looking like this because I have just come from my daily exercise. I want to say that Women on Boards is a great platform to be on. It is a great platform to be on, but a lot really depends on what you do and how you use the various programs that we have and the various networks that we have to actually grow your career, to build your networks, to, you know, develop your leadership skills and grow at personal level. a lot of it is in your hands. And so I wish you a very successful journey with us. I call it a journey because every day is an opportunity for us to grow, an opportunity for us to network. It is an opportunity for us, to curate the women agenda as we would like to do. So please reach out to us if you are uncomfortable or about anything, or you want to seek any clarification. We like throwing people in the deep end. For the younger ones, we will throw you in at the deep end anytime, so that, because, once you're thrown in the deep end, you learn to swim. And so I'm really, really proud of Kantai today. We decided to step back and let her run the orientation. And I think she's done a great job. Kantai, well done from me. And we do hope that each and every one of you will be able to, reach out to us if there is an area you can do to support us. If there is any specific area that you'd like to be involved in. This is a voluntary movement. So please feel free to reach out to us and tell us, hey, I have a skill in this area. And if you have an opportunity for me, even to give a talk or to speak at one of our events, or even to moderate a session, please do let us know. Preach the gospel of women on boards. If there are networks that you have that perhaps we are not utilizing, please let us know and help us get through those networks. The more the merrier in terms of growing the women footprint onto the boards. And so we are relying on each and every one of you as well to help us spread that gospel. We are here for you. So anytime I am accessible, do reach out to me if you need anything, but the Secretariat is quite capable of sorting out most of the issues. But if you need to reach me, I am very, very accessible. Thank you for joining. Thank you for trusting us with your leadership journey. And we hope that together we shall make this possible for us. I also look forward to some of you joining us tomorrow. As we launch the program on coaching, for those of you who want to be coaches in life, leadership coaches, relationship coaches, whatever it is. If you would like to take the diploma through Women on Boards, please do join us tomorrow evening. You will notice that it's a very discounted rate for Women on Boards. We have entered into that relationship with CDI Africa. And so we look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow. Thank you very much. And I'm here to also just answer any questions that you may have. I will be supporting the team. Thank you.
Catherine,
Thank you,
maybe
Aida.
just to stress that on the annual conference, you can start paying as early as now on in installments. And there is also an offer for early bird. For the CDI program, we have partnered with Nyali Capital. You can get a loan through them to enable you to pay for these programs. So karibu sana. It is an interesting journey. Karibu. Kantai, back to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wanga. I can see Elsie is on call. Elsie, would you like to share your membership experience?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I think you called me earlier. Then by the time, anyway, I unmuted and everything, you'd moved on. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for that great presentation. And I don't know how many people I know from this session. I'm quite close to the screen. Anyway, so I joined Women on Boards last year. I'll keep it pretty brief. I think I was told something like 3 minutes. So I joined Women on Boards last year. Oh, it might have been 2020. No, it was 2022. And I think the only in-person event I've ever attended is the breakfast meeting. No, it wasn't even a breakfast meeting. It was a tea. It was a high tea at the Saroba Pan-Afric, where Miri Wamai was the chief guest, and I met many of the people who I know right now are the women on boards. And well, the one notable thing, I think women on boards has helped me. It's helping me because I'm not there yet, but it's helping me do the things that I want to do in my career. So in that meeting, I don't know who it was who said it, and I think it was Catherine. I think it's Catherine who said that, you know, if there is an award that you can nominate yourself for, nominate yourself, because we women have accomplished things, but we never think that they are really things worth noting. Part of the and that year I thought, why can't I get a commendation? People get to nominate me and nominated me. And I got that commendation last year. And I think that for me, that was a game changer, because then it helped me to
Sorry,
I think
we've
Elsie
lost-
has problems with network. Yeah?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Well, sorry, people. As in, I've been like online the whole time, and the 3 minutes I'm speaking. Anyway, I don't know where you lost me.
I think there was
Okay.
an issue with your internet on your end.
Yeah.
But that's
No,
okay,
I'm
you're
saying
back.
I don't know where you lost me. You must have lost me somewhere.
Yes, we lost you at your experience with Miss Catherine sharing about the awards.
Yeah. So she shared about the award that you should nominate yourself or someone can nominate you. And then I'm also a member of the Institute of Certified Secretaries, and there were commendations coming up, commendations and fellowships being awarded. And then at a point I just thought to myself, yeah, maybe I can get a commendation. Though in my mind, I'd always thought that these very extraordinary people get these commendations and I don't know who they are and I don't know how you get it. And I asked a colleague and former classmates to nominate me, and she did. And I got the commendation last year. And I think that was a game changer for me, because then I was able to move from a deputy company secretary to a full corporation secretary. And yeah, and I think it just gave me a bit more confidence. And I know there's like a lot of work that has to go into becoming excellent, but I'm happy that I'm on that journey. And I'm also, well, as you said, the coterie, it's up and down. We've had a couple of meetings, not too many. We did one online. I think we did maybe one in person. But the thing is, we keep talking. And it's always good to see the people in your coterie winning. And because we have a rapport, even though the coterie didn't work as it's supposed to work, especially if you know the skill set within your coterie, you can always pick up the phone and call a person. Like if you know this person is in HR, you can call her. If you know this person is a CEO in this type of company, you can call her. And I think that's a beautiful resource because it makes it a bit more intimate, because in the women on boards, you're like, I don't know how many hundreds you said we are. It's very hard to have a personalized, like a personal relationship with each person. But in the coterie, you are able to get to know each other. So I'm definitely on board and I'm liking it. It's adding value. I would say that it's adding value, a lot of value. So no regrets. And I hope I can attend more activities and be more involved. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Elsie, for sharing your experience with the Women on Board Network. Perhaps if there are no any other questions, would like to inform you that you can check for all the communications we've been posting on our WhatsApp platform and look out for details on upcoming events and programs so that you don't miss them. We should be sending communication on our recent upcoming events, and the most important that you need to block your calendar as of this month. We'll be sharing them on email. If there are no any other questions, I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening for this orientation, and we look forward to be of service to you. If you have any, sir, yes, sorry.
Sorry, Kantai, before you go, I just want to recognize one of our members, and she has also been on our committees. That is Bahati. Bahati, I know you're on the call, and the reason why I want to recognize Bahati this evening is because Bahati went out and spread the word about women on boards and brought quite a number of her classmates from SBS and Moi University on board. This is what it's all about, ladies. It is about each and every one of us looking out for other women and growing as you grow other women. So Bahati, thank you so much for reaching out to the other ladies and bringing them on board. Please do feel welcome, those who have come on board. And again, as I said earlier, we're here for you. Thank you so much.
Emily has asked on the chat if we have a recommended sequence of training for our newbies. Yes. Okay. Please.
Happy to take that. Emily, this really depends on, in fact, if we had more time, I would have loved to go around the room just to ask, why did you join Women on Boards, you know? So the sequencing of the programs really depends on what your goals, what your individual goals are. What are you looking to achieve this year? What do you set out to do? You know, so we would need to align our programs with your personal goals. And in that way, then we can help you prioritize them. So please feel free to give me a call. I am happy to talk with you, just understand a little more about you and what you're looking to gain specifically, so that then I can give you some recommendations about which of the programs you can start with and which ones can wait in terms of priority. I hope, Emily, that I haven't answered you, but I need a little more information.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Thank you. The direction is clear. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. And Emily is a great friend.
Yeah, nice to see you, Catherine.
Asante, and a former schoolmate.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Asante.
Bahati will also want to.
Bahati, please go ahead.
Let her say something.
Sorry, Emily Caresho should like to understand more about the Nyali Capital partnership and also support on the packages for payment.
Okay. So Emily, what we have been doing at Women on Boards is to try and enter into partnerships with various people or various institutions so that we can get, you know, packages that would help our members in their leadership journey. Nyali Capital is owned by one of our members, and she is in the microfinance space. She gives loans from as little as, I think, 50,000. I think the maximum, Mrs. Wanga, is what? Mrs. Wanga, what is the maximum?
500,000.
500,000, that's the maximum. So if there are needs that you have and you have a need that falls within that bracket, She's quite happy to advance you finances for you to particularly, like using the funds to grow yourself. For example, the annual conference where we have an early bird. You can actually, take a short-term loan from her, pay up, and hopefully get some benefits out of that. You might also have a goal that is totally unrelated to women on boards. Perhaps it is even, you want to run some business, and this could be your seed capital. So that is available for members of Women on Boards, and we have agreed some rates with her that should be able to extend to you. So that is it about Nyali Capital. So just financing some of the needs that you have and some of the programs that we run at Women on Boards Network.
Thanks, Madam Catherine. Totally appreciate. I'm sure I'll reach out to Nyali Capital for that support for myself and also for my organization. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Elizabeth has asked about training sessions for women aspiring to be directors. Yes, we have. Those are actually ongoing. There are very, very many which are ongoing. By the way, please do make a point to attend the board talks as well, because the various board talks also prepare you for sitting on boards. We have corporate governance training programs as well. That corporate governance training is critical, as particularly Elsie will tell you. If you're going to sit on a board, you really do need to understand corporate governance. So for those of us who are not corporate governance people, that program, the 1-week program, really prepares you for sitting on boards, what to expect when you sit on your first board, how should you behave as a woman director, how do you ensure that your fiduciary duties are being properly executed, so on and so forth. The mentorship programs are also about helping you, preparing you to sit on boards as well. So Elizabeth, happy again to also chat with you specifically to understand your specific need, so that we can also, help you prioritize which of the programs perhaps you'd want to go for first. Of course, I would love for you to do all of them, but of course, that may not be practical. So happy to sit and chat about which one would better suit what you're looking to achieve. Thank you. Wanini, yes, please, the corporate governance one. And we are hoping that later this year, we'll also have a face-to-face. We have basically been doing it online since COVID hit, but we are going to have at least one within the year, which will be face-to-face. Bahati, please go on.
I want to take this opportunity. Catherine, can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Thank you, Bahati.
I want to take this opportunity. Thank you so much, Catherine, for making this possible. I had a very good session at the SPS Investor Readiness session, and we interacted with over 55 women, and that's why this has been possible, Catherine. And really appreciate you and Agnes for having this induction session. A lot of interest. We have our president in this team, and I hope she'll make some remarks at some point, but just to appreciate you, Catherine, for taking up this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bahati. One thing that I have learned is that when you support another woman, you end up growing. And I'm sure, Bahati, you have seen that in your own life. Bahati started supporting me a long time ago. She's the reason why I'm doing agriculture. So wow. Please support another woman. You will find that you keep growing yourself. Madam President, where are you? Sorry, Bahati.
I didn't know that, Catherine. Thanks. I didn't know that, but well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam President, where are you?
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Virginia. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yes, so thank you so much, Bahati, for mentioning that I'm in the space. And I was basically coming, I had mentioned that I will negotiate for my team because we wanted to join in as a group.
Mhm.
So we wanted to negotiate the annual fee, but I think maybe I can reach out to you directly. Or would we?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We'll be happy to answer all the questions, particularly Mrs. Wanga,
Yes.
about joining and all. We do have group packages, so that is okay. We'll be able to share that with you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I seem like we lost, it seems like we lost Catherine.
Oh,
Yes, we lost you a bit there.
can you hear me now?
Yes, clearly.
Okay, sorry. So I was just saying we have group packages as well. So please do reach out to Mrs. Wanga and team, and they'll be able to guide you on the options, the individual and group options that we have. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Will do, and that will be impactful to the team so that I can also be able to encourage them and even inform them more about the packages that we'll have negotiated on.
Absolutely, thank you. Ladies, I want to encourage you when we relaunch the potteries to really take advantage of them, you know, to grow yourself as a leader, to, you know, use other members to push yourself and to move towards your annual goals. Because as somebody said, I think it's Peter Drucker who said, what gets measured gets done. So unless you know, are deliberate about focusing on your goals and measuring where you're going, you may find that you just get blown by the wind. So please do set some targets, get accountability partners, and those usually are provided within the coteries, and move towards your goals, and also hold each other accountable with regard to their leadership journey. Thank you.
Catherine, I'd just like to mention, I've seen some members are not on the WhatsApp groups. If you are not, please reach out to the Secretariat so that you don't miss out on announcements. Because emails, you may have so many emails that it will, by the time you read it, something has gone. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Please do let us have your number so that we put you on the wall. Thank you. Antai, back to you.
Thank you, Ms. Catherine. Perhaps we should proceed with closing. There are no more questions in the chat box. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this evening for the orientation. Please be on the lookout for any communication regarding the upcoming programs. We should be also reaching out to your emails and inboxes regarding the scheduled calendar of the year with the upcoming events and programs. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we look forward to having you in the upcoming event. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.